said to them, go your way into the village over against you, and as soon as you be entered in, you're going to find a colt tied. You're going to find him tied. He's going to be tied up. He's going to be messed up. Wherein never man is set, loose him and bring him to me. And if any man say unto you, why are you doing this? Say unto him, the Lord have need of him. Whew, God. The Lord has need of. See, some people, you've been tied to something so long, you don't think God can still use you. You've been connected to something for so long, you don't think that your need, that God can still use you. The devil is a liar. And straight away, he gonna send them. And they went their way and found the colt tied by the door without in the place. Somebody say, by the door. I told you last week, say it again, say, by the door. I told you prophetically, listen, you are closer to your exit of your old life and your entrance to your new life. I'm going to say it again. Listen, he says this individual is tied, but he right by the door. The door represents Jesus Christ. He says, I am the door. He says, you just don't know. See, I want to talk to somebody who feel like giving up because you've been tied too long. You've been connected to something too long. You feel like that your purpose has been taken away from you. Again, the devil is a liar. You are too close to your exit and into your entrance. You are too close. You are too close to give up. Somebody just said to myself, I'm too close to give up. Don't look at nobody and say it. Just say it to yourself, I'm too close to give up. You say, I got too much kick left in me. I got too much buck steel left in me. This is a young, wild colt. Ain't nobody never rode him. Do you understand? You got too much life still left in you. I don't care what you've been tied to. I don't care what you've been connected to. I don't care what your lifestyle used to be. I'm here to loose you on this morning so God can use you to the magnitude that he wants to use you. Don't let nobody talk you into staying tied up. The place where two ways meet, and they loosed him. I talked to you last week about the two ways. I'm not going to do it today, I don't think. And they went their way, and they found the colt tied by the door in the place where two ways meet, and they loosed him. And certain of them stood there, saying unto him, why are you loosing him? Why are you letting him go? I told you, don't allow people around you to talk you out of being untied by the people God has sent. I'm going to say it again. Don't allow the people around you to talk you out of. I just feel God real strong right there. Don't you allow people to talk you out of being untied by the people God has sent into your life. See, people will talk, listen, God. People will talk against people that are sent into your life for the sole purpose because they don't like them. Oh, y'all better hear. See, this really ain't got nothing to do. This ain't got nothing to do about you being tied up or untied. The undercover spirit is they don't like the individual. But you got to tell them, I know who's sent in my life, and the ones that are sent, they're not the ones that's going to leave. Do you understand that? You got to know who's been sent into your life. These two individuals were sent into this individual's life to untie him. And there were people that were around who had a problem with that. Now, who you going to partner with? The people that have the problem with it or the people that's going to help you get untied? I have a problem. I got to move. But I have a problem with people trying to help you, really trying to help you. And then you got somebody around you that don't like the person that's trying to help you. And you giving more ear to the person that can care less about you than the one who's trying to untie you. And see, the people that's trying to untie you, they have to have a bold spirit and just say, the Lord still has need of him. I'm in his life, I'm in her life because the Lord has need of that individual. You have need of that individual. The Lord has need of that individual. See, I told you, people benefit off you being tied up. They benefit off you being twisted and bent and jacked up. People benefit. You be the butt of their jokes. They get to sit around and smoke weed and laugh about you. I told you, I don't care. I got the mic now. You be the butt of their jokes. Hypocritical. Jesus already told me, he said, when you get ready to go untie him, it's going to be folk that's going to question why you loosing them? Why you tying them? Why you untying them? And you just tell them, the ones that's doing it untying, you tell them, I've been here before. I know how to unravel you. I know how to untie you. Now listen, this is because I got to move. I got something that's going to be that you need to see. Now here you go. Remember, they untie him. You was one of y'all last week. Come, elder. He's untied. He says, bring him to me. See, when you untie him, don't be trying to take him. You have to be, when you get untied, you have to, or listen, that word tied also means yoked. You have to be careful when you get unyoked from something, who you connect yourself with, because you don't want to get yoked up with the wrong thing. See, there is an enemy's yoke, and then Jesus says, there is my yoke. So all throughout life, you're going to be yoked. You're going to be yoked to something. You're going to be tied to something. Just be tied to the right thing. And so when you get untied from something, most people just want to get connected or tied back with something. So when God untied, when he gets untied, that's why God said, don't just untie him and leave him there. Bring him to me. Because I have need of him. They don't know the need that I have of him. I told you because I'm going to ride this. The need that God had of this individual, I read it to you in the book of Matthew. The Bible says that this was the individual. He's been tied to this. Ain't no man rode him. He probably looked at like he don't know what he's doing. But Jesus understood that this is the only way that I'm going to be able to get into Jerusalem and be introduced as the Christ, as the anointed one, as the Messiah. He understood. He says, you know something? See, this is why, listen, the whole crux is this is why you got to get untied. Because God needs you to usher him into places that nobody else can get him into. See, there's some folk in your clique, you better not nobody like me come in and be talking about Jesus and man, get on out of here. But see, there's some of y'all that once you get untied, God will hook you up and put word on the inside of you and change your character and allow you to go back to those very people and speak Christ to them and change their mind. See, I hear God say, oh, I got it. This morning, God gonna raise up some mind changers. He's going to raise up some mind changers this morning. See, what happens is, the Bible says, who is this? That's what they said. Who is this? They said, who is this? Because they knew there could nobody but a Jesus untie this joker and bring him in with a new talk, with a new walk, with a new lifestyle, no longer tied or bound to the thing that he was once tied to. And so the people said, who is this? Then Jesus got the opportunity to present himself to them. But he couldn't do it with the two brothers that untied him. He couldn't do it with the rest of the 70 disciples. He couldn't do it with the people that were saying, why you loosing him? See, people see you tied, God sees you untied. See, how people see you is not how God sees you. That's why the Bible says he loved us while we were yet sinners. He had a better purpose, a better plan for your life. You don't have to be tied to this thing all of your life. God has need of you. Somebody shout, he's got need of me. Say it again, say he's got need of me.